Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode on the podcast. It's going to be a really cool episode. I'm joined with Ray, and it's going to be cool because we're going to be speaking about our skydive experiences, and we're going to speak about autism too. So, thank you, Ray, for coming on today. Would you mind
You're welcome.
introducing yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Ray. I am 32 years old and I am autistic and ADHD.
Okay, it's quite cool because like they are very similar, autism and ADHD in ways, aren't they?
Very similar, but they also have fights with each other constantly. Yeah. My ADHD mind wants, like, my autistic mind wants to do loads, and my ADHD mind isn't ready for it. So it's a constant battle.
Yeah, like that's fighting against each other all the time.
Yeah, constantly.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be really cool to speak that as well. If we maybe like start off with like skydive, because we've both done a skydive. It's not every day you see like you talk to someone who's done one. So
No, I know. You've recently done your skydiving. Who did you do it for again?
I did it for a charity called Rare Diseases.
Rare Diseases, okay.
Yeah, and then because I normally do it for like Crohn's and Colitis UK or charities like that. But I thought I would do something different because I'd never done it for rare diseases before. And, I did it for them, and it's easier when you do it for a charity because you kind of you start a fundraiser, don't you, and then you work your money up to maybe to pay part for the skydive as well, and it also gives money to the charity that you've chosen.
Yeah, luckily when we did it, it was the organisation that organised everything. We just had to, I think it was raised at least 500, I think it was, or 450. So, but me alone managed to raise $7,000.
Yeah, that's really good. Like,
yeah, but we had 6 months to do it in as well. So
yeah. I don't think I didn't start my fundraiser till maybe a month or two before, so I didn't have a lot of time, and like I booked it and everything. So I think I raised nearly 900 really, but of course some had to be taken off to give to the charity, but altogether it would have been about that.
It's still really good amount of money though, isn't it?
Yeah,
everything helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool. And then like you're raising that all before you've actually done it, and then you kind of think to yourself, I can't pull out now because I've raised all these people giving it.
No, you can't. You can't. Once you're in they put you in all of the suit, don't they?
Yeah.
They attach all your parachute over, and then you start walking towards the plane, and you know, from that moment you step on that plane that there's no turning back.
No turning back. Actually, there was for me because of the clouds. It was a cloudy day, and then we were in our suits, getting ready to go on the plane, and then they said, you might as well just take your suit off now, because we've got to wait till it's safe to go up. And I was thinking, yeah, okay, I don't mind. I'll sit back. I'm happy.
Oh, that would have scared me because I'd have had to wait longer, and I'm not, obviously because of the autism, I'm all about routine. Yeah. So I was very lucky that when we were supposed to do it, we were supposed to do it. The skies were clear, but that's the problem with skydiving in England, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like you've got to have a really clear sky, and I thought it wasn't that bad. It was a little bit cloudy, but I liked when I did it because like you got like, especially on the film where you have you see all the clouds. I think it makes it better when you see all the clouds.
Yeah, as you're going through it.
Yeah, it's going through it.
Yeah.
It's a really good experience.
How did you feel? Did you feel like euphoric when you were falling?
Yeah, like I did. That was one of the best parts, I think, like the free fall.
Yeah. Did you like the bit where the parachute was pulled and it throws you back up?
Like I did, but I didn't really notice it because I was that focused on the free fall, and then all of a sudden when you get pulled up, I was like, okay, and then you virtually stop, don't you?
Yeah, you like stop in the air before you start floating down.
Yeah.
And did you land on the spot that you were supposed to land on?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
You did. Good. We managed to land on the spot as well. And then when you stopped, did the parachute catch wind and pull you back at all when you hit the ground?
I think it landed like as it was supposed to, because it like like I did practice in the air, you know, before you went down, like when you were virtually stopped, like practicing like your how high your legs have got to go up to for when you land.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little bit scared because when I was going down, the guy decided to say to me, make sure you keep your legs in that position, otherwise they'll break at the bottom. And I was like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
Why would you say that to me? We're nearly at the bottom, and now all I can think of is that my legs are going to snap.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I made it out alive, and like I said, I'd just keep doing it, mate.
Yeah.
I'd do it every day if I was allowed.
Yeah, it's good fun. It's something that like not a lot of people that you guess they probably think you're crazy for doing it.
Yeah, I know. Some people will, because some people just can't even imagine like climbing up a tree because of heights, let alone getting in a plane. But do you find with you're autistic as well, right?
Yeah.
So do you find with your autism that there's absolutely like, I find that I'm not really scared of much. I'm a bit too brave.
Yeah.
Like the fear of falling and the fear of like dying when you're falling doesn't really cross my mind.
I kind of think like after everything that's gone on in like last few years with the world, I think it comes to a point where you think like you just got to do it. Like, what have you got to lose? Because so much has gone on, and I think that helps. It actually helps. My autism has helped with that, like because it it kind of helped you grow confidence when speaking about autism, but it kind of made me feel like if it happens, it happens. Like that a skydiving has the same risk as doing a little thing, like if you're climbing a tree and you're gonna fall off it. You got more risk of that than doing a skydive.
You've got more risk of getting in a car every day than anything else, haven't you?
Yeah, and like like when they after you've done it and you're going on your way out, they gave me like these vouchers for next time.
Here, come again. Here are vouchers. I didn't get any vouchers.
Yeah.
Did you get your parachute license card?
I did get a certificate saying my name on it and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got a license card though.
Yeah, you get it matters because you can do a 4-hour thing before. So it matters. Some people just go straight for the skydiving, some people do the training before. So we did like the 4 hours training. So like you learn simple parachuting in one day.
Okay.
And then you go off and skydive on your own. Just tandem like skydiving, but you can do it on your own as well. And then at the end of that, you get like a card that goes in your wallet so that you pass level 1 basically. And I love that. I was like, look, I'm a level 1 in skydiving.
Yeah, because like I think if you actually want to have skydiving as a if you want to do it on your own, I think you have to do a certain amount of times before you can actually say you can do it as a tandem with other people.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to do it on my own. I don't think I'd ever be allowed.
No.
I don't think they'd ever trust me. I'd have a bad day and they'd be like, no, she's cut the ropes. Don't let her do it.
It was pretty funny being the first one out though. Like it was scary at the same time, but it was funny too because like you had everyone like probably like they were looking at you because you're the first one going out, and then you go out like so fast like
yeah
as well.
Did your guy do a flip when he went out, or did he just jump?
I think he did a flip.
Yeah, because you can ask for 2 experiences. There's the one where they flip and it means that when you turn you go so fast down, or there's one where they jump and you stay at the same speed.
I think
I was like flip, and next thing you know I was out. I was gone. I was flying.
I think I asked her beforehand to do a flip because
Yeah.
like I asked him, do you do a flip when you exit the plane? And he said, hey, we can do a flip if you want. So like, yeah, I want to flip. I want to flip down.
Yeah. I was exactly the same. I was like, absolutely. If you're going to do some gymnastics out this plane, I want it.
Yeah. But I love those kind of things, like those adventurous kind of experiences.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Like I was shaking when I was in the air though. Like you know when your legs are shaking.
I think that's partly adrenaline, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think that even the people who do it all the time as a job, I think even they shake when they get up there because your body's got all this adrenaline. I mean, you're about to jump out of a plane. Did you do 15,000 feet up or 12?
I did 15. I,
You're like me then, went straight for the big boy.
Yeah, like all I did beforehand was a briefing, which reminds me of Formula One. When you say briefing, but yeah, I had the briefing with the actual instructor who did me, and they were really good because I spoke to him, and like he would like explain it really well, because a few years before I did an indoor skydive as well. So I had that experience.
Oh, see, I'd never done an indoor one. My friend wants to go to it because she was given a pass, you know, like a virgin experience.
Yeah.
She's got virgin experience for 2 people to go and do it, and she keeps wanting me to go and do it with her. And I'm like, well, that's fine. I've done the real thing, so it's gonna be easy.
It's really contained, like an indoor one, you know, because
like it's in a tunnel, isn't it? Like an upwards tunnel.
Yeah, like, and you have to. It's good, like like it's nothing. It's similar to the real thing, except outside you're just in a little dome in the indoor one.
Yeah. I've seen in America they've got a really cool one which is like an escape room one. So you've got the levels. So every now and again you're on the floor and you've got to try and collect things from the floor, and then they lift you up and you've got to find things on the wall and stuff. Yeah. I'd love to do that. That'd be so much fun. Yeah. But it might also be too much to think about.
Yeah. It sounds pretty cool, that does.
It does. America has all the cool things though, don't they?
Yeah.
They're big enough to build all these crazy ideas.
Yeah. Like they can go really high as well, like on a skydive, like where you have to wear you have to wear a tank and stuff.
Yeah. It's the same as Australia. They do really high ones.
Yeah.
I think my brother did a 19 one. So when we did 15, I think he did 19. And like they get told as they're going down, like they have to land on a certain patch of like island because otherwise we're in shark infested waters. Like ours is just landing in a farmer's field or whatever. This is like,
yeah,
we could be swimming with sharks today.
It's quite crazy. Like it was funny because I was out first, but I think I had the longest experience because I came just before the last person who got on the plane, so they must have gone really fast, and I took the scenic route, I guess, because I guess I wanted the longest to stay in the air. I said it about 5 minutes, I think. So
it feels like for like when you first jump out of the plane, I feel like you're gonna go down there so blooming quick, and it's gonna be over and done with. Yeah. But then by the time the parachute pulls, they take you on a journey, don't they? You go on a full journey with this parachute, and it's ages before you land.
Yeah, it's not fast.
No, it's like even my mum was like, "Oh, I saw you coming at speed," and then all of a sudden you just weren't coming at all. I was like, "I know." We were just floating.
Yeah, I said to my mum, "You'll see me first," and because me thinking I'm first out, I'm gonna be first down.
Did you get told that you were first out before you went down?
Well, you kind of know because I was last on the plane, so I was going to be first out, realistically.
Oh, ours wasn't. So did you guys have like proper seats on the plane with seatbelts?
Well, how it worked is I got in the plane thinking I've got to put a seatbelt on, like you do on the plane. And he said no. He strapped me into him as a seatbelt kind of thing.
You sit between their legs, don't you?
Yeah.
And then they give you sucky sweets.
No, I didn't have any of them because it wasn't that bad. I kept doing like
Oh, my ears killed.
yeah, but like it's a really cool experience. Other than thinking I'm gonna fall out before I've even done it, but when the plane bits is open.
Yeah, but no, you made it.
Yeah.
So, is it what are your special interests then? Do you have special interests?
Yeah, I have special interests. My special interests are I like sci-fi kind of stuff. So I like Doctor Who.
Yeah, because you did the Doctor Who
Yeah,
thing, didn't you?
yeah. Um,
I heard about that. I kept watching it. It was brilliant.
oh, it was good because we had had people that had autism, and didn't have autism. So you had people coming on who liked Doctor Who, maybe not as like know not much about autism, where it gave them the chance to learn a little bit about it. So
Yeah, that's really good.
it was
It's
really
what we
cool.
need because people just don't notice us until we're having a meltdown or we're
Yeah,
excited or we're stimming, and then suddenly they just look at us and think that we're weird. And it's like, I
yeah,
haven't just suddenly got it. I've always got it. You're just seeing it when my mask has slipped off slightly or
yeah. Yeah, and I think still lots has to be done with like people understanding it because like you go into places not understanding it because it's different for everyone and um I don't really like the term that like high low autism because it kind of undermines
oh,
one to another.
there's no such thing. It's a circular spectrum, and you land in different
Yeah,
places on it. I've
yeah,
never met one autistic person the same.
no,
There's some people who've never met an autistic person like me. Like
yeah, yeah,
there's so many different times. Like I was so atypical as a child. I didn't speak. I couldn't walk for ages. I didn't talk words till I was 8. Like I was so obvious back then, but then when you start understanding your autism and being able to explain it, it kind of takes away the fact that you're autistic a bit.
yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't disappear.
No, it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
Like Like, what are your special interests?
I've got 5. So I've got dinosaurs, Lego, Pokemon, Toy Story, and space.
Oh, that that's a really good like range of them because
Yeah.
it's really cool.
Well, in Toy Story, there's like space and dinosaurs anyway. And then Lego, when I'm building Lego, I can get anything to do with any of those things as well. Pokemon was my first, well, I think Dinosaur and Space were when I was really little. And then I went on to Pokemon when it first came out when I was about 9. And then it's been Pokemon ever since.
Yeah,
But like, I don't just have, I don't just like these things. I know every little detail about these things. I've got all the Lego you could honestly imagine. Like like if I actually turned my camera around to show you now, you
yeah,
would see, right, that I
yeah,
am, okay. So I'm playing Toy Story. There's a
yeah.
table full of Lego and a huge dinosaur.
That's really
So
cool.
that's 3 of my special interests just in my living room. Like it is like a constant obsession. Everything I do has to be around one of those things to keep my happiness, really.
Yeah, it's really good that you have like a circle of different things. Um,
Yeah.
like it is really cool. Like I speaking of Doctor Who, I think Lego's the way to go with Doctor Who because
Yeah.
like they're the best type of games, like Lego kind of stuff.
I do love the Lego games, but I just love
Yeah,
building Lego. I always buy
yeah,
these huge expensive kits, and
yeah,
I've got a full attic conversion that I've turned into a Lego city, and
yeah,
it's just a full Lego world. Like it's mad.
yeah. It's really cool. Like when I was like when Matt Smith was the Doctor, I always used to go in and collect different Doctor Who Lego figures, and I always used to have a big box of different Lego kind of stuff. Um, and like the all those kind of things, and l- Lego is really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it is. Lego is amazing.
it is.
Absolutely. But I can't really pick out my like top 5, like top 1 of 5, but Lego, Dinosaurs, and Pokémon are the ones I know the most about.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah. So my special interests are I like Doctor Who. I like football as well.
okay, what team do you support?
Well, I support Ipswich.
Okay.
But growing up, like I did like Manchester United, but I'm more of a like Ipswich because I'm around that area.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like my town is Harrogate Town, so I support the Harrogate Town Football Club.
Yeah.
Because they're my locals. But I'm Man City.
Are you Man City?
Yeah. Women. So I support the women's team, Man City.
Okay.
And then I just put women's football, and then Scottish team because my wife is Rangers.
Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she supports Nottingham Forest, poor her.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I mainly like I like American sports as well.
Yeah.
I like a lot to do with American sports, so I like American football and baseball.
Yeah. I think I like sport in general.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not keen on British sports, though. Some can be so boring. And the problem with British sports for me is all I can see when I watch a British sport is rich people. That's all I can see. Like not like football, you get all kinds of people, don't you, get into football? Yeah. But then you've got like cricket, golf, and Wimbledon and things like that, and it's just rich people just sat in a row next to each other.
Yeah.
And it's not one of those sports that's ever been shown at like all public schools where all kind of children, whether you're poor or rich, get to join it. Like I've got a really, really posh school where I live, and their PE lessons are lacrosse, horse riding, and things like that. And the other children in public schools just don't ever get a chance to experience it just because they haven't got money. But it's not them with the money anyway, it's the parents. So every child should be treated exactly the same, whether your parents are rich or not. And I just find English sports are very one-sided other than football.
Yeah.
Rugby is quite open for both as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all revolved around like money, isn't it? Like like with Wimbledon, like I understand what you're saying because like a lot of rich people and because you have to be quiet as well, it can be hard to be quiet.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to because I can't stay still for 5 seconds. Like I wouldn't be able to sit down at Wimbledon. I'd be making a joke, or I've got like certain tics where I shout certain things, and like the last thing you need is like some crazy girl behind you who's stimming and wriggling and shouting random words out across the thing.
Yeah. I was able to get tickets once a few years ago and I went and it was quite funny because I had to keep going in and out because I had to speak. I couldn't. You can't even whisper really. I only went maybe someone's got a point. Like you say, yay!
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Like with cricket.
I saw a video recently. It made me laugh because it was like it's more fun watching people watching tennis than it is actually watching tennis because people's heads the whole time go all at the same time, so the whole audience is turning at the exact same time, and that's more entertaining than actually watching the tennis. And do you know what? I think that if I went and watched tennis now, that's all I'd be able to see is the people opposite me turning their heads at the same time.
It's quite funny. You put it like that.
It is.
Yeah.
I think that's like I just get distracted by things like that.
Yeah, it's funny when I put it because it is true. Like, it's hard to get tickets for Wimbledon. As well. You've got to be putting a ballot. It's hard to get it's hard to get tickets for anything nowadays. Though.
Yeah. I know. I used to go to Glastonbury all the time, and now I struggle to get tickets to Glastonbury. I don't do any of the organising. I'm a technophobe. I don't do anything like that.
No.
But my wife is absolutely obsessed with music, and I get to sit in a tent for a week with loads of toys and Lego. So keeps me up.
Yeah, you got the Eurovision Song Contest in England for next year, so you got some more.
Do we know where it is? Do we know where it is yet?
Liverpool.
It is Liverpool. Someone just said that next to me, because there was rumours it was going to be in my town. There was rumours it was going to be here, because the first ever Eurovision was in Harrogate.
Yeah, it was either going to be Glasgow or Liverpool in the end, and then
and they chose Liverpool.
Yeah, they chose Liverpool.
Thank God, because my town would have been so busy, and I work for a very well-known like tea rooms that everyone comes to my town for.
Okay.
And if that had been on, my work would have been mental. It'd have been hell.
Okay.
It'd have been impossible.
Yeah, I think I've never been to Glasgow, but I've been to Edinburgh, which is like it's not in Glasgow, but I've been to Scotland before. It's nice there, but I thought been to Liverpool before. It's good for Liverpool because they're a really musical place.
No, my wife's Glaswegian.
Yeah.
Her family is, but then she moved to Nottingham at a young age, so unfortunately she has not got the nice accent.
Yeah. It is
need to move the boxes into the holes.
It is like I do enjoy Eurovision. It is a good it is funny as well. like when you watch those kind of things, I think music really does link into autism as well, I think too.
Yeah.
Like as another special interest.
Music.
Music, yeah.
I'd say films is mine.
Yeah.
I know my music because my wife's obsessed with music, so I know music.
Yeah. I think music kind of helps me concentrate, like when doing certain things. Like when writing, doing a podcast, I have to have music in the background, otherwise I lose concentration. I'll be doing something else. But films are like with films. What kind of like films do you like? Like, do you like horror?
Horror and thriller.
Yeah,
they're my favourite. Like I could literally sit and watch the cheesiest, crappiest horror and still enjoy it. Like, I just love horror. I love the stories. I love the fact that something's always going to happen in them. There's nothing worse for me than watching a film or reading a book and it not actually having an ending.
Yeah.
Or like a proper ending or something actually exciting happening in it. Whereas I think I know that if I'm going to watch a horror or thriller, I think I know that something's going to happen. It's going to keep me watching it, basically. But I still need to do things whilst I'm watching films. So, like, because my hands never stop, I always have to be doing something. So I'm very creative. So I make lots of things and build and do lots of things all the time with my hands whilst I'm watching a film. That's my thing to do. Like, I will finish work and I would love to come home and sit in my bedroom, even though I've got a gorgeous living room. I like to sit in my bedroom where all my special interest stuff are around me. I like to sit in bed and just do something and then watch film in the background.
Yeah, that's it keeps you occupied.
Yeah,
doing that. For me, I just like anything that's good. I do really like horror. It's kind of that time of year, as well. So watching different horror films. It's cool because like you say, do you mind if it's a good ending or a bad ending? Like, well,
I mean, I like it to just be a different ending. And I know it's not always, because a lot of the endings are the same, but I'm one of these that can read the film, so I could usually tell you exactly what's going to happen and how it's going to end. And I like that. I like the working out of it.
Yeah.
I like using my brain when I'm watching it.
Okay.
And then if I am wrong, then I know it's been a really good film.
Yeah.
Because I know that the twist has completely got me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like gruesome as well. Like I don't mind gore. I don't mind. I'm not bothered if something happens in it. But I do like. The thing is, like, do you know how like some people say autistic people are empathetic?
Yeah.
I can go two ways. So I can either watch something and be like, that's so wrong. I know it's wrong because I've been brought up to know it's wrong, but at the same time, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not feeling their pain or anything. And then other films I can watch, and I can't bear, like something sad will happen, and I can't even bear it. I can't breathe. Like I feel like I've known this person who's just died in this film. Like I'm too empathetic. I take their and their whole family's empathy, and it destroys me. And I'll be crying 3 hours later over this person on a film that isn't even real. So it can go both ways. And I find that's a very strong point that people need to know about autistic people. It's not that we haven't got empathy. It's just, it depends on the situation of the mood of like how our bodies take it in.
Yeah, it depends your kind of connection between maybe a certain character.
Yeah, so like I lost my dad when I was young because he died in the police force. So when police officers die or when someone loses their father in a film, I think it destroys me because I know how it feels. And I get that memory of me being told that for the first time, or like, you know what I mean? That feeling is like at the worst point again. But then if I haven't experienced it, or like I find it funny because like out of nervousness, I don't know. I don't feel empathetic. Like that Jeffrey Dahmer thing that's recently been on Netflix. Yeah. Like I absolutely loved watching that. I was like, do you know what? What he did was sick, was so wrong. And you can't really get much sicker than him. But at the same time, I was appreciative that he had done that. So I was able to watch that.
Yeah.
I was able to experience what he'd done by being able to watch it. And if he hadn't have done that, then I wouldn't have been able to watch it. And do you know what I mean? I should be like, that's disgusting. He doesn't deserve everyone to know about him. But really, I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, it was. I like those kind of things, because like it's interesting, and to such why has he done that? To see that like quite a lot of it maybe like was due to parents maybe not being there for him, or like like it like things like that are just like you say, like it's interesting, and then like you kind of think you just ask yourself questions, but yeah
no, it's good.
Yeah,
no, it's been really good to talk to you anyway. It's been a really good.
Yeah, it's been really cool, Ray. Like before we go, do you have do you say any advice about autism at all, just to finish off?
I think the biggest advice I'd give is stop worrying about what everyone else thinks and start loving yourself for who you are, because I have obviously had autism my whole life, but I'm 32 now and I'm only just understanding it myself. And there's still some days where I hate myself just because I'm autistic, and I know it's something that I'm never going to be able to get rid of. But then I remember that the reason I'm hating myself is because I'm worried about what everyone else is thinking all the time.
Yeah.
And you know what? If people accept you for who you are and find your stimming and the different quirks we have brilliant, they're the kind of people you want to keep close. Don't try and impress the people who think you're weird. Because even if we are weird, we pull off weird to the best we possibly can.
Yeah.
So I would just say, honestly, stop worrying about what everyone else thinks. Be exactly who you are and let your mask loose. Don't always have the mask so tight, because then you kind of forget who you actually really are, and that's more harmful to you than anyone else.
Definitely. And weird is awesome.
Weird is awesome. Yeah, we can just throw our weird around wherever we want. People don't like it, that's their problem. Then they have their own issues.
Definitely. Well, thanks, Ray. It's been great speaking to you about skydiving.
Lovely to speak to you too.
Yeah. And we'll definitely do this again sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Ray.
All right. Thank you. Bye.